You have reached a non-working number in the state of New Mexico. Please hang up and try your number again. Thank you.
I'm sorry. Extension 17451 does not answer.
Press pound to enter your mailbox. Press 9 to leave a quick message. Press pound to enter your mailbox. Press 9 to leave a quick message.
I'm sorry. Extension 17451.
District Attorney's Office, good afternoon. How can we help you?
Hi, I don't know if you're the I don't know if you're the people that stand up for the victims' rights in Albuquerque.
We are.
In Albuquerque, New Mexico. I got this.
We do represent victims of active cases.
I got this paperwork last night from my dad about 6 o'clock, and it said something about a video here. No, it was internet. No, it was something else hearing, but it was virtual hearing.
Okay.
It might be from the lockdown, maybe, and technology getting a little bit more active. And I was trying to do the little dialing thing, and it looked like it was going to like California, but maybe that was just some redirect that it needed to be 9 people and then 12 people. But it went an hour and a half to wait to get on a 15-minute call, and no judge has even tried to even talk to me. My dad has.
Let me interrupt you. Let me get a case number so we're both on the same page, so I can assist you the best way I can.
I don't know how to find a case number. I don't know what it would be.
Let me give you some perimeters. Are you a witness or a victim on an active case in here?
I'm a victim of sexual assault as a little boy, and then when I called 911.
Let me get your name and date of birth so I can pull it up for you.
May 24th of 1981. So my birthday's in two days, and I might have upset a lot of people, and I might still not
What's your
have
full
this
name?
right. My name's Ivan.
No worries.
Ivan Garcia.
Mr. Garcia, I'm going to place you on a hold, sir, so I can look up the case for you, okay?
Yeah, but I've already messed up with the officers and the courts, so.
Thank you. I won't be long. Just so we're on the same page. One moment.
I'm sorry.
Mr. Garcia, thank you for holding. What year did the incident occur?
No, everything had got bad because of 2019 false charges against me.
No, but I'm trying to find the right case. I can't move forward unless I find the correct case.
Yeah, nobody reports kid cases in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and it
Is that your
offends.
concern that it hasn't been reported?
God, I tried to report, then they slapped me in charges that were
I think the best
false.
part is going to be maybe APD.
But they didn't come today when I called 911, and then they tell me it's illegal, and then they charge me with false
Then if you have
charges.
a problem, I think the
And then the phone number for the second judicial court is not answering.
the Department of Justice, they're going to be the ones to better.
I did.
Because we will
I did.
it hasn't been referred to
I wrote their number down. And I called them.
But if you're having problems with APD,
Oh my God.
the Justice,
I'm recording this and I'm posting it on
I
Facebook.
can't do anything here on this end.
You just said you would when you were taking my information.
I was going to
Fuck.
look at the case, but if you haven't filed a police report,
I've tried. You are driving me insane. Why don't you guys have these services?
Department of Justice, let me know.
I did. I called them. I got the paperwork in the other room. They were saying they don't do it. They said it was federal and state. And then they were saying it was federal and state. And the same name. Do you have both of them listed? Do you have both the Department of Justice as the state and the federal? You keep talking over me. You've been pissed off this entire fucking time. It's still recording.
If you don't calm down.
You've been talking over me. I had this problem with my voice.
Assist you. I can't just let you go on and on. I need to find a case.
I need.
Unable to leads me to believe nothing's been referred to our office, which means I can't assist you.
I'm on Google right now. I've been searching for help to get in contact with the 2nd Judicial District. If this is the wrong number for that, are you supposed to be helping people or are you supposed to be yelling at people?
Number. We only take cases referred to us by APD or BCSO. You said you were
Why didn't they call you guys 5 years ago? Why is your supervisor's name?
Let me give you district court number.
How about a supervisor to find out if they ever contacted you or if they neglected it this entire time?
You can call APD and inquire to see if it's been...
I did this morning!
So, stop yelling.
I was supposed to get a court date to date. Nobody is advocating. Nobody's advocating and my head injuries aren't handling it. You won't help. You won't take my information and give it to people that would help.
Let me know when you're ready for the number.
It's recording. You can say whatever the fuck you want. Your supervisor needed to be in contact.
Releasing the call. There's no reason to curse.
You're a psychopath.
This type is in a standard fixture of comedy condition. But in all under the buffer, with the steel prison setting separating one decade from another, the war put an end to this unspoken sacrifice. Now men, away from the company building, would be living in close quarters with each other, very stressful conditions. All kinds of things, good and good. And using characters who clearly age, not picture, they should be anchored in narrative. Of course, the war radically changed the role of women in America. Women enlisted and, on the home front, took the jobs usually held by men. Women had the freedom of men. What happens when they become sexual aggressors? An anxiety that will soon be revealed in the film Noir is the pivotal role which women must play in the battle.
One day, I want to ace my serve. So I make healthy choices and take a multivitamin designed for women with key nutrients to help support my goals.
¿Pueden horario? ¿Pueden filtrar por $6? That's $5.
Organization, welcome to Center Street Media.
This is your ticket to all things BYU.
And everything that makes us one of the greatest athletic programs in the nation. At Center Street Media, we'll give you one-of-a-kind access.
Contact with the athletes, shows with former athletes, social media series showing you everything that BYU athletics has on.
Connecting you with favorite athletes on a personal level you've never met before.
We've got you covered with exclusive access you don't want to miss.
This is Center Street Media. Let's go, Fools.
Every dollar budgeters Neil and Sean. Early in their marriage, their budget was a little complicated. There's a lot of spreadsheets.
I always mess up the formulas, I always follow and say, I don't know what I did here.
Every dollar was a win win for both of them.
I just do something simple to keep them both understood.
My wife does things like organized. Only helps bridge that gap in a very easy way.
Domestic violence. Ready to help you?
I'm sorry. I don't know if you guys are the 2nd Judicial District Court.
Yes, we are.
I was trying to find a number on Google and it was saying 841-8400. I don't know if this is the... I'm sorry. I don't know if this is... I don't know. They have different phone numbers. I don't know if this... Do you guys help with...
Well, what division are you looking for?
It's something called an emergency protection order in case my family is causing harm to my cases getting reported accurately. I was supposed to have some kind of a virtual hearing and I was on the phone for an hour and a half, I think, but I lost the connection and tried to call back and it said I had 9 people in the waiting room and 12 people in the waiting room, but still nobody was answering. So when I went over to the main house, I'm in the garage. My dad's cousin was over there, so the threat that his cousin might be, if she has apparently manipulated the paperwork that my family, my immediate family, had been written out of the will that my grandmother destroyed as soon as my grandfather passed away. So this has been going on for so many years that I didn't understand any of it. My head was damaged as a little kid when I got kidnapped from my 3rd grade class.
So what is your case number?
I don't know. My dad hasn't been sharing any of that information.
What is your last name?
I'm sorry, it's
What is your
Garcia. G8.
First name?
Okay, it's Ivan, IVA. I have head injuries. I do not have bipolar schizophrenia.
What is your date of birth?
May 24th, 1981. It's in 2 days. I don't mean any disrespect to the court. I'm sorry, I don't. I think the state, because they're pressing charges against me, the prosecutor's office, charges against calling 911 to report underage kid cases. These all came up really recently. I thought that there would have been help, so I just called the mayor's office to try to ask for help. But I'm begging at this point because I can't get through, and nobody's asking me any of my information that I've been putting together for a decade. I went to family therapy for a whole decade. Did you guys even get told that I've been asking anybody to get in contact with these therapists? The rape crisis? Yeah, and nobody was answering the call. My dad gave me the paperwork last night at 6 o'clock, so I was up all night waiting for it. And then he said he was going to bring the phone by. He said people were going to come by and help him with the phone or something. And then, like the police, I called them. I tried to get the Albuquerque police to help out. I just called the Rio Rancho mayor and the Rio Rancho police, but they might be hard.
Hold on just a second. Hold on.
I'm sorry.
Hello?
Thank you for your help. I'm really sorry if I get off track.
I'm gonna forward this call to the civil division, and they're the ones who are dealing with your case. Okay?
Do you guys do restraining orders or emergency protection orders?
We do restraining orders.
Okay, it's just in precaution for like a progress report to make sure that they pass some kind of awareness of the courts that they might be causing damage.
You'll have to file a petition if you're trying to file a restraining order.
It needs to be as soon as possible.
Well, you can, for emergency protection order, you'll need to get that from law enforcement.
Well, they're not helping. They've been delaying any of the reports for the underage kids.
We do temporary restraining orders. So
Well,
you can,
I need help. I need help. I'm a victim in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and my head is damaged. My head is damaged really, really bad as a little kid.
Let me give you a number that you can call.
A number? Oh my God! How am I supposed to do any of this? I don't know. I don't know how to do this. Is it going to be in the office? Is it going to be in the office?
This is the Domestic Violence Resource Center.
Fucking no, they don't. They don't do it. They won't do it. They've rejected me before because I'm not a boyfriend of my dad. Yes, please. I'm so sorry.
Hold on, just 1 second.
I did.
Thank you for holding. My name is Sydney. I'm a supervisor in the Domestic Violence Division. How can
Thank
I
you.
help you?
I did try to find this number by trying to contact number for the Google and Second Judicial Court. I'm really not familiar with the different types of courts, if there's a different number for different types of things. My dad gave me this piece of paper last night at about 6 o'clock, and it said that there was going to be a virtual hearing today. So then when I had not been able to sleep, I was able to try to contact the different law enforcement agencies that are pressing charges against me, I believe. If you guys can look up the pressing charges, I wasn't too sure who that was when the person that was just on the phone with me, they mentioned something as like the opposition or whatever. But that should be the reason that there's a judge looking at everything, I would assume, because in February I had made the phone call that my dad might be, I don't know these words, doing something wrong when all these years he was supposed to be helping out. He wasn't helping out for 30 years, not reporting these cases of underage kids getting molested. The statute of limitations wasn't supposed to be ignored as being not delaying anything at all. And all these family members of his, why weren't they, if they were a police officer and then another one working with the church, why are they not even talking to me or looking at me? And they're coming on my property with my grandparents dead. They weren't even helping when my dad was maybe hurting my grandfather by kicking him out of his bed. And then he made some kind of arrangement to get the couch taken out when he should have allowed me to move in a mattress so that they could have slept over in a normal bed and not kicked my grandfather out. But I told that all to my therapist. So everything that we were going through for 9 years for family therapy, I could never get the notes when I was making a request when they had it go through Social Security. And so with the Rape Crisis Center in 2019, because the Bernalillo County Sheriff's Office was denying the resources or services to report at any speed, they got another organization to start up, and I signed some paperwork, and as soon as I started asking for a copy of it, they took up and left. And my dad made the announcement on that day, May 16th of 2019, with Samantha Groves with the BCSO, and then whatever that nonprofit was called, it was like Step New Mexico or Hope New Mexico. They said that they were discontinued. They weren't getting any more funding, and they had to return all of their equipment. So then they just dropped everything, and I didn't get any help with whatever I signed in the first place. I didn't get a copy of it for records, so I knew that I was actually getting some help. And then somebody with the prosecutor's office, I think, called my dad, had them talk to me on the phone, and they kept saying this stuff about a black box. Did you ever have anybody help you with the black box? And it's like, no, I have these head injuries. My mom has the head damage. She went to the specialist, and then she invited me to go speak, and they invited me to say that I was welcome to get any of the help that they had. But then my mom told me my fiance had married somebody else. So then I didn't see my mom for like another 2 years or something. And so she's saying all this weird stuff about like how I chose my dad over my mom. No, it's both my moms needed to help with both me and my older sister's cases. And then my dad needs to help with my younger sister's case if somebody was molesting her that her mom was dating. And I got told that by my younger sister, but they were saying that I'm not allowed to report any cases. When I've been hearing about these weird cases, if you see anything, if you see something, say something. They take anonymous calls for kids that are in public schools, and they'll take them away from their parents, and then they'll investigate the kids if they've had any abuse, and then they'll give them back to the parents when they find out the kid just bruises real easily when they're putting on their clothes, or they get a little bit rough and tumbly because they have a bunch of dogs. But those types of weird things when the civilians might not meet the mental capacity of others. It really needs to help with preventing anything from getting so drastic. My cousin worked for the church, and me coming forward with needing to report not only my dad's side of the family, but my mom's side of the family, I found out in 2021, was listed on Bishop Accountability also. So the state had 350 cases, and then they turned into 394. So then I just post that link on the Facebook, and then all of the people that I used to be friends with, I just unfriended them because I was messaging them inappropriately for help. So they would say this is spam, and then I'd get shut off from my Facebook. All I was doing was posting any videos and posting any albums to try to show that I was working really hard all the way up till lockdown. And then all of a sudden my dad did this weird stuff with his family members, and then I started getting into therapy for an extra effort to try to get any help with these specialists that were there. They were claiming that they helped with people that were dealing with the sexual assault cases, for male sexual assault cases, because they were really rare. But then even getting those notes after my grandmother died, my dad was neglecting her, and I just couldn't understand how I reacted awkwardly. It was lockdown. I wasn't able to go to the funeral. I wasn't able to see them at the hospital. The doctors almost didn't even do any surgery on them when they fractured their femur. So a lot of these cases, I had contacted the Adult Protective Services. You guys are the court, so I can't even appeal my cases, and you guys are going to accuse me of having bipolar schizophrenia when my older sister has bipolar schizophrenia really bad, but they never applied her juvenile cases, and they found her further than anywhere from her mom, our mom's house apartment and our dad's apartment, that they found her so far out of town. I don't know what friends she would have had or drugs that they would have had her on, but at the hospital they might have tested for all that. But still being able to talk with her doctors from back then to ask them if any of these cases for getting abused at churches or any other cases after that. She tried to kill me and commit suicide by locking us in a trunk in Texas. So trying to get those records 5 years ago, I contacted the local law enforcement because I was working off of the notes that I had been working with my therapist for years to develop. But then my therapist fired me because I wasn't reacting to how I could understand what my dad was doing. If my dad had alternate personalities because he was an altar boy at our family's church, are there people that know about advocacy at the courts to not offend the judge and make some plea that they might take a little extra effort to ask these people if there's more records about me trying to come forward? If I was getting laughed at 911 and I needed the record of me calling in these cases, what was I able to say? If I have head injuries and I forget, those recordings might really help. But they said you had to call some kind of website.
Ivan, I'm sorry to interrupt. So
did I give my contact?
SI case, hold up real quick. So that SI case that you called inquiring about, that SI 2025-689, that's actually going to be with the Civil Division.
I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is.
It's just a different division.
Is it today?
That's the number that you gave us.
I didn't give you a number. I didn't give you a number. It was at 8:45 and they skipped me from calling. They skipped me from telling me I had anything to do at court. They've been skipping my rights.
Sir,
how do I complain?
Sir, you're not going to let me help you. I'm going to hang up, okay?
Are you going to hang up when I'm asking? Is it a complaint that I'm able to make?
Are you going to let me give you an answer here and let me direct you to the right division? Because if you're not going to let me, there's nothing else I can do for you.
That's
so
2
are you
sentences.
ready to listen?
3 sentences.
Okay. Are you ready to listen and let me
4.
direct you to the correct division that can help you?
You're recorded. I hope this line is recorded. Are you recorded?
All right, Ivan, your case is with the Civil Division. You can reach them. It's area code 505-841-7666. 7451.
Is there a
So they'll be able
transfer?
to answer questions.
Is there a transfer that you could do? Could you transfer the call?
No, you'll have to call that number. So do you need me to give it to you again?
Are you a supervisor?
Yes.
Let me try the I don't know how, I can't write it. Could you give me 1 second and I can, maybe if I do like a brand new like web page really quick and then I type in the digits and then I'll hang up and then I'll try them. I'm really sorry, I'm trying to work with you. You said 505 and then an 871 maybe?
It's going to be 841.
Oh my bad, let me delete that. Wait. Okay, wait. 505-841. You've been really awesome. I'm really sorry to be kind of confused. Okay.
No, you're good. Let me get you the rest of that number. It's 7451.
51. Please take care of you guys yourselves. Keep cool. Get shady spots when you're parked for work. Please stay safe. And thank you for trying to help people. And I'm really sorry if it gets really confusing. But I really don't want to mess up my cases. And I want to try to fix things. But it seems like my family is really gunning for me. And I don't know if I might be eligible to get some kind of protection so that the courts can get their answers and my family might get some help. But thank you.
Okay.
I'm really sorry.
You're welcome.
And I'm
You're
sorry
welcome, Ivan.
it needed your help. And thank you for your help. I'm going to try that 841-7451. And thank you.
You're welcome. Take care.
Happy summer. Have a good, safe summer. Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.
Sorry.
Even girls who are interested in it can't help letting loose with a singer or two. In truth, Danny's persona is not all that interested in girls. In fact, for the idiots who come out of the vaudeville and Dorfeld tradition, he is the best of looking. That's a provocative question that doesn't get answered, at least not directly. And when the girl finally lands Danny, and the moment of truth is arrived, Danny calls for divine intervention. He's calling for help from his extroverted twin brother, Buster, who was murdered. The dead twin has figured out a way to cohabit in his brother's body. He can come back when he's called if he is near, or can make unannounced surprise guest appearances at will. When Danny is news, he thinks it's Buster because Buster is definitely not him.
Oh, Buster! Buster, what are you doing? Get out of here, Buster! Buster, I'm not talking to you, Buster! Oh, I better get out of here immediately!
Oh.
I'm sorry. Extension 17451 does not answer.
Press pound to enter your mailbox. Press 9 to leave a quick message.
Domestic violence.
I'm sorry, it is a domestic violence concern if my family is hurting me and then my cases are getting thrown out. I got my last time I called, I got transferred. They tried to get me to call a different line, and these are domestic violence charges, I think, because I'm a kid and my adult parent and
Did you just
relatives.
call and talk to the supervisor in our
I
division?
did, and they tried to transfer me to another phone number, and that phone number went
Yeah,
automatically to.
violence. This is Sydney.
Thank you. It is domestic violence because my dad might be harming me and his cousins might be harming me, and even my mom delaying to help to report. If the judge should have been able to get in contact with me even before now to get any insight of the information that my therapist had, that phone number that I was given, an 841-7451, it did a transfer to say enter your mailbox number, and then it said to enter an extension number, but I didn't know either of those, and I don't even know what department that might have been. You said something about a civil, but it is domestic violence if I'm getting threatened by my family, and this thing called a emergency.
Real quick, Ivan. First thing, so your call regarding that hearing from this morning, the one at 8:45. I have 2 other phone numbers to give you to try. Okay.
Okay, let me get a thingy set up. It's emergency protection order, and I'll get a thing to write real quick.
Okay.
Because it is under domestic violence for being abused by people as little kids and then trying to come forward and report under the statute of limitations and the mandate to report for kids, Children's Rights Act. I believe it still affects the little kid cases are from when I was a little kid. But now as I'm an adult, that I'm being rejected to come forward, I'm sorry, that needs to emergency protection order. If there's like a supervisor that you have, you're a supervisor, but domestic violence, could I put in my request for that at least today, even if it gets rejected? But if my cousin comes around and gets her friends will help her, and I don't have friends like that because I'm not 40 years older than she was a full-grown adult, married to a police officer, and her brother's a police officer. So why aren't they helping my cases? Oh, well, my mom says that they want the land that my grandfather had left to his family. So I'm sorry, I got off on a tangent. I'm ready for writing.
Right.
505.
Sorry, Evan.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. 505.
No, you're good. There's 2 separate questions here, so let me address the first one, okay?
Okay.
If you're wanting to file that for that order of protection, yes, you would do that here with the Domestic Violence Division. So you would fill out the packet for that. It's going to be a petition.
Can you help me?
That would be with that.
Or can they help?
Regarding that hearing you missed this morning.
I didn't miss. I tried to call, and then they didn't take my call. And then I called.
Regardless of what the circumstances, you need to get in touch with those people. So that's what these 2 numbers are going to come through. So let's start with that. Let me give you the 2 numbers to call regarding that.
I'm worried. Okay? I'm so worried. But then that other thing, do you guys help people with head injuries to fill out the information, the restraining order, the protection order?
We have a division here at the court. They're called self-help, and they might be able to assist you
over the phone, because I can't get there. I can't pick up anything. I'm isolated. My dad sold my car. He sold my car.
All right, Evan, so I can get you their phone number as well, but let's start with the other 2 first, okay?
I'm sorry, I spilled a Coke in these little ants. I gotta get my ankles. Sorry. Okay, my bad. I'm at a 505.
Okay.
Thank you for your help. I'm really sorry. This is getting
welcome.
stressful. I'm so sorry. Okay. I'm at 505. I'm ready.
Okay, and again, these first 2 numbers are regarding that 8:45 hearing, all right? So
Okay.
it's going to be 841.
841. Okay.
7581.
7581. And can I after these 2, can I write down that other one from before so I have all 4 of those on this page? It's a Word document, WordPad, so I don't have to delete it. The other one was a Google search, which wasn't good enough to save. I need a...
Okay.
That one that I called just now, they didn't answer, and I didn't know who I called. And you were really helping. I'm sorry. I'm ready for the next one. I got a 505.
You're okay. Okay, the next one is 505-841.
841, okay.
73.
73.
66.
66. And I'm gonna put that's the 845 for 22 May 25. Okay, and then I'm gonna get the third one, and then maybe backtrack to the first one from before.
Okay.
Oh, the third one
Yeah.
was because of the emergency protection order. Okay.
Okay.
505.
Yeah, so the number you called now, that's going to be the one regarding the emergency protection order. Do you have access to a computer?
Kind of. Yeah. For
Do
like.
you have access to an email address?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and give me your email address,
Thank
and
you.
we can email you the packet.
Thank you. It's Ivan Garcia as one word with a little extra is New Mexico, but just the letters. It's hard for, yeah, thank you. It's hard for me to say that part, but it's all that squished together as one word, and then the Yahoo. And my mom helped me get that set up, so that's what I was doing, is calling my mom after the whole mess up with the thing with my dad. And then my cousin was there, and she was acting really weird. And that's what scares me, is she might have so much power over everything because she worked with the church a lot more than my dad. But my dad was an altar boy, so it might be these personality things that are a lot worse. And I don't know. I didn't know what I was doing. I was asking for help for years, and my dad might have turned around and made it all against me or something. It's really weird. But I think there might be help if I try to call those two numbers with the 845 for this morning. I'm sorry, I just went onto a tangent and you were still trying to give me the third number. I'm really sorry. I did have 505.
It's all right. So this third number I'm going to give you, they might be able to help you with that paperwork, okay?
You said something.
For self-help.
Self-help. Okay, I'm going to write that after.
And that's for that order of protection. They might be able to help you with that a little bit, okay?
Okay. And then I got 505 for them.
Okay, 841.
Oh, 841. Okay.
67.
67. Okay.
02.
02. And I'm gonna write self-help, and then that's gonna be for the order of protection is just a little bit quicker, and then the restrainment order is a little bit different.
Yeah, those will both be with us. There's a temporary one that'll, if it's granted, that'll be issued, and then it'll be set for a hearing for a more permanent one.
But they could have like progress reports and stuff like that. Like rehab, when I was a little kid, it would be like rehab. My parents get like the court like approval before they get like the authorities that they used to have with importances like gambling and losing the property when it, maybe the court can protect it from other family that might count on it as getting passed down to them. It's really complicated.
Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt. Yeah, whatever you feel is proper to put in that petition to help explain your circumstances and explain to the judge why you feel that you need this protection order, there'll be a space in that petition for you to include all of that information.
Okay, I'll try to spell as good as possible, but I might add in there that I am not diagnosed from getting my head damage reports yet, but I'm still trying. It's not wanting to be self-diagnosing or being hypochondriac. I don't want to be making things up. I just want to be wary that that's the whole reason to be getting any reason to call the cops before the lockdown. It just had gotten so far out of control. I have not found any advocates for these types of cases. For little kids that got molested by priests, or me, I got molested with a bunch of other kids at a community center, and I got maimed, and then I got kidnapped from a public school. And then my dad never reported it because he hated my mom and her new boyfriend, and they ended up getting divorced. So it was all my fault that my mom got divorced. And then she moved to Hawaii. So I got all this baggage, and nobody wants to deal with it, but it legitimately has some value to the courts to give them kids' rights a chance. And I don't know who to plead to, so I've tried the mayor's office, And then I forgot I forgot the department that you were trying to tell me before. I wrote petition down, but that's going to be the email. I did the 845. I need to call those two as soon as possible. The safe, oh, what did I do? Safe order. What is it called? Safe,
The order of protection.
well, I did that. I did order pro rest. I can't type, but what was the self-help? Was that what that was called?
So again, the self-help, that was the 841-6702.
No, that's
And like I
perfect.
said, they might be able to help you out with that petition a little bit, okay?
That was perfect. I just didn't write down self-help properly, so it just had SEF and an order. So I was just trying to ask what it was, if it was self-help, and it came back. So you were perfect. The phone number from the first time when you took over, what was that department?
That was for the civil, but don't call that one again because it's actually going to be the first two numbers I gave you
Okay.
on this phone call.
So if either of
They're going to
those,
be the ones
okay.
for that hearing.
Okay, I'll try as best as I can, but I really hope if there was problems with people not getting to meet your guys's, what you require from civilians, it's not meant to upset you guys, but I really needed the help that you guys might be able to uphold my rights for me. And if I could defend myself against these types of things where I make mistakes, I don't need to be given the wrong kind of treatment plan from getting drugs and stuff like that. I needed a whole different type of treatment plan for these kid cases. So that's why it's getting so upsetting, because it's humiliating, because I'm not able to learn fast enough if it's over my learning curve. So that's why I was trying to reach out to any of these people that were appropriate. And then I don't want to be upsetting anybody. So I keep losing my voice, but then I keep getting upset. So I don't mean to be upsetting other people if I'm yelling, and I don't mean to be upsetting people if I'm starting to break down. But it is a mental strain for these types of, it's a kid case, but then there's people that say you're grown up. And it's like, no, I didn't get to learn how to write better. I could have learned all that stuff in school if they would have helped me with special ed. And then my parents are left out of the loop. They don't know how to help because they didn't know anything. So I just am stuck in a really bad position. And I'm rushing because I wasn't getting anything done. So I'm sorry that
All right, Evan.
Thank you for your
No,
time.
I'm sorry to hear about all that. So again,
You've been really
we're going
nice.
to email you the
Oh, yeah.
paperwork to fill out, and then if you need assistance, call that cell phone.
Then I'm really sorry for putting all that on you.
Help you with the, yeah, so that was that.
I'll call them.
841-6702. But I will email the petition to that email address you provided. Was there anything else that we can help you with at this time?
Just be appreciative of the people that I had to transfer from them to you. If you can say thank you. I'm sorry if I went overboard of information. I might explain stuff that I don't need to be explaining, so I'm sorry. Thank you for helping people, and I hope that they give you guys vacations or pizza parties or free movie day or something like that. But please take care. Stay safe and keep
All right, you as well.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I'm sorry, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you. Still just Corey speaking. How may I help you?
You're just a very little bit light, and I'm on my smartphone, so I'm holding it still so I don't lose the signal. I was supposed to be shared some kind of a hearing virtually today, but my dad only shared the paperwork last night, and I was here and I was trying to call the number that was listed, but now I'm being told that I had it's going against me, that I haven't been invited or anything informed of these different somehow the court got upset at me because I called 911 to try to get help with the records for reporting these kid cases for me and my older sister. 3 months ago, she might have been in a better health state, but last week my dad said that he visited up in Las Vegas and she's not doing so well. So those types of things, I was hoping that I was going to get that 15 minutes today from last night. I stayed up all night and I called the police department to see if they might be available to get the supervisor approval that they might be able to be in the background and say like, yeah, Ivan's been stressed out because his dad's been starving him and using all of the food stamps and giving away the food boxes and then using all the Social Security to not help get a lawyer when he quit his job for the Samantha Groves with the Bernalillo County Sheriff's Office. They haven't been trying to help at all since my grandmother created a bunch of false charges before lockdown, and I ended up having to get 3 different therapists going, with the Rape Crisis Center offering one. But then all of a sudden they started discriminating and then kicked me out of the whole program. They wouldn't even start my sister's reports to get her help 5 years ago. And then for her getting worse and worse, she's only 18 months older than me, but she can't articulate for herself. But I thought it might have helped to get some kind of presentation for the judge or the courts if they were starting to look into these cases. But I only tried to report kids' cases, and then the cops got mad at me for trying to report. My dad was starving me at the beginning of February, all the way through till March, and then he got in a car accident, and now I'm losing my voice because I've been up too late. If I can leave my contact information, or if I can go to sleep for a little while before you guys are going to close. I might have messed up my case today because I wasn't able to even sit in on this virtual meeting, and I can't even leave home because my dad sold my car by having me sign over my pink slip. We were going to film class together. I was going to family therapy with him, and even trying my mom too because she got her head hurt in class. My dad was able to find her at her apartment. And then she started learning about head damage, and then her head damage class invited me to give my testimony, and they said that I was eligible to join, but I never did. So I still haven't gotten any help with diagnosing how bad my head damage is, and somebody from a nonprofit organization apparently has the right to give me some kind of a diagnosis, but never even try to work with me. They want to put me on some drugs when I still needed my general practitioner to help with the reports for my head injury. How am I supposed to take any kind of a medication if I don't get my head scanned? And my dad knew all of this because he was going through it all with me at therapy. So how am I supposed to defend myself if my dad and his cousins are getting to create the narrative of every single situation? I need help with this self-help order of protection, a temporary one, to find out if the court can monitor if my family's property was taken out of the inheritance of my nephew and my niece. My dad has other grandkids. He has a younger daughter, younger than me, and then I can't even ask her for help. And she's also a victim of sexual assault, but she won't come forward. And they won't let me report my cases. They won't let me report my sister's cases, my cousins or my younger sisters. And then my mom. If my mom had a legitimate case against my dad, it's so confusing. I went through all of that effort for therapy for so long. I found all of these cases, and if I give my contact information, do I get some kind of protection of my rights, or are they non-existent? Thank you for taking this call. You're the first guy today, besides these police officers, and one of the police officers came at me with a threat. It was such a big threat. We have this table, like one of those fold-out things with the metal legs, and then he just shoved it out of the way and knocked all the paperwork off of it, and I just tried to set it out there to be a little bit organized and show him the work but I was yelling at him a lot and calling him the MF word. That he had been taking the case, so I was upset already.
I heard it.
I appreciate you. Can I give you my information and maybe try to call back tomorrow? I haven't gone to sleep at all. You might hear it in my voice.
Yeah, but I'm still, as far as the,
I might be in trouble. Like, I don't want it to be like I ditched school or something and I have to redo the whole year over again. Like, I didn't mean to miss it. I just wasn't told about it until last night. And I was really excited to try to do 15 minutes, but it probably wouldn't have gotten that much, and I probably would have offended the judge. Is there some better way to try to ask help around the court to not upset the court and try to get help? I can kind of hear you. My battery might be dying. That might be it. I can't see. My eyes are so blurry. It looks like a 3 and a 5. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. What else telling you?
What is that?
That you reached the children's court.
I'm not a little kid, right? I don't know how to do any of that stuff.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It's like, if anything, I have to get you to the district court.
Oh, they gave me this number when I called the domestic violence thing because they were trying to give me some help. It was the district court, domestic violence, and then tried to give me 2 other numbers. The first one, it was going straight to like a voice line. And then this was the first one of the second set of suggested numbers that she gave. And then she said the self-help for the order of protection if my family is damaging my case. My case. If I get kicked out of my home again, I don't know what I'm going to be able to do. I don't know what's going on. Why isn't there anybody to help these types of cases? I've called the mayor's office for both Rio Rancho and Albuquerque, but we have these counselors here in Bernalillo County, and I've tried to contact some of them at least, and there's no Facebook that they're responding to. There's no email that they're responding to that I've been able to see. I might miss some of this stuff because it might be over my learning curve, but I'm really drowning because it's so far. I thought there was a lot of good work that I was getting done. Some people were giving me like keep going and stuff like that. That was those hotlines. But when it comes to local, it just seems that everybody is disinterested in upholding these kid cases. Maybe it's because the large $1 million amounts and people are not happy to hear that these people are getting these cases for $400 million because it was an underage girl that called in, and I don't know what to do. I'm ranting. I'm so sorry. Did you say if I had a piece of paper? A number? A case number? I don't know my case number. My dad might have had it. I tried to look at that piece of paper that said the phone number for this morning. There was some really long, like, you know, like the pound sign, and it's like a hashtag. I might remember that, but it was really long. I can't. Thank you. It's Garcia, my last name, Garcia. My first name is Ivan. And thank you. I'm kind of drifting out of I hadn't gone to sleep for about 24 hours, maybe. May 24, 81. It's in 2 days. So I was really hoping to get my family to want to actually try to celebrate for the first time. They never have. They've never had a birthday for me, ever. My dad even is yelling at me for asking him, which is not the reaction a parent, I think, should do if you ask them about your birthday. I hope you have a good birthday. Something, if I could at least call back tomorrow, or leave my email if it shows my email is ivangarcianm@yahoo.com. If that helps, at least to try to say that I'm kind of getting dizzy. 8:45, and then they didn't even bother with answering when I tried to call. I was on the hold for like an hour and a half, and then I got up and I walked over to my dad's because he said he was going to come over here and put me on the call last night when he handed me the paperwork. So I don't even know if that was legal, that he didn't even give me 24 hours notice. Nobody seems to be interested in actually helping me when I've been asking for help for so many other people. I have all these Facebook accounts that I went through everybody to try to reach out to. Nobody was responding back. I have all these emails for the last 2 years. I just sent everybody a message at least and see if they were getting the information. I don't know if I did all of it, and none of it actually got to anybody. And like, who am I supposed to be able to show and like take a picture and then post it on Facebook? Nobody is responding and saying, oh wow, it looks like you got a lot of work that you need to get done. Call this number and you can get them made.